In this one, Gemma2 Lightning Storm build guide. There is a lot to talk about, but let's start with the DPS test. I'm going to show two setups. The first one is more expensive, above 10k Elementum, with 900 billion plus DPS. You can make it much more cheap, but I tried crafting all the pieces from zero. Buying half-crafted equipment will save you a lot of Elementum. If you want to spend less, go for the Heart of Magic and Light Hunter's belt. With this setup, we have around 600 build DPS, and the defenses are exactly the same. At the end, I'm going to show my trade house, so you can do the math yourself and check the price. If you have no battle packs at all, you will end up at 600 bill and 350 bill respectively. However, keep in mind that you need to have any battle pack equipped, as we have some micro and medium fates for intelligence scaling. Lightning Storm in Netherrealm is good, not much to add. How fast we can clear it is only limited by the movement speed. Frigid Transmission is great as it resets upon freeze. Travel distance is short, so we kinda have to spam it as much and as fast as possible. I didn't expect Lightning Storm to be as good as it is. There was two nerfs in the Overrealm season. One was for Noble support, that cut the damage more than half, and the second is how many Lightning Storms could be active at a time. Basically, another nerf to Spell Burst. I'm not going to bother you with the math, but both nerfs were outbalanced with the Prisms and Solid River changes. You can scale the damage really good, and I'm going to show you a little bit at the end on what to expect. Also, I didn't roll any random affixes on Hero Memories, Prisms, and Divinity Slates, so there is so much more damage to pick up. Now the build guide. I'm gonna show you my stats really quick. If you want to check something specific, stop the video. The only thing that I want to mention in here is the cooldown recovery speed. We are not limited by the spell burst charge speed, we are limited by the cooldown that the Lightning Storm has. So the more cooldown recovery speed we have, the more damage we're gonna do. We don't want to go super high on it, like 100% is good. Anything above 100 will require to reduce the spell burst charges. Because we can only have 40 Lightning Storms active at a time. That is the nerf of the Season 10 Overrealm. For the hero traits, we want to go for Frost Tides, Glacial Knight, Blooming Frost Lava, and if you want to be a little bit more defensive, pick up Frigid Infusion. On the hero memories, on Origin, we want to go for Intelligence Base, and then pick up whatever you want to pick up. As you can see, I did not level up, and I didn't do any random affixes. So you can be more defensive, or you can get more damage. On the Discipline, we want to go for Max Energy Shield. On the Progress, we go for cast speed. On the Lightning Storm, we have Lightning to Cold, Raging Storm. Remember, without the Raging Storm, you can't spell Burst with the Lightning Storm, so this one is a must. Overload, you can switch to Control Spell. I like this one a little bit more. Surging Thunder and Psychic Burst. On the Blizzard, same as with Lightning Storm, we need to have Freezing Point, otherwise Blizzard is not going to work. Activation Medium Spell Burst, Grudge, and Well Fought Battle. Frigid Transmission with Magic Dash, Periodic Burst, and Quick Mobility. You don't have to use Quick Mobility, I just like to have that extra cooldown recovery speed if for some reason I can't reset the stacks on the map. Icebound with Activation Medium Spell Burst, this works perfectly fine. The buff stays active all the time. Well Fought Battle and Mass Effect. I picked up for start, I like to be a little bit more defensive. If you don't want to be more defensive, you can pick up even more damage. Activation Medium Spell Burst, cooldown reduction, extended duration, and the defense layer. On the passives, Spell Amplification with Seal Conversion, Aura Amp and Restrain, Frigid Domain, Restrain Aura Amp, and Precise Selfless. Remember, Selfless only works on Frigid Domain because Frigid Domain is not aura to the character, but debuff aura to the enemies. Domain Expansion and Electric Conversion. First talent 3 is Goddess of Knowledge. Core talents are Beacon and Winter. Be sure to pick up Energy Shield Regain, this helps a lot with survivability. Magister, core talent is Play Safe. We have Inverse Image in here. Have above 0 on Micro, Medium, and Legendary Medium, as we kinda scale with all of them. Prophet, core talent is Frostbitten. Lich, core talent is Off the Beaten Track. And I have a Prism in here that inflicts Frostbite rating and Numbed. If you don't have this one specifically, it's not a big trouble. You can go for Spell Burst that gives additional spell damage, or the one with movement speed on Defeat. This one scales kinda really nice, and I'm gonna show you why on my Divinity Slates. I don't have that many sealed mana compensation, as I have sealed mana compensation on my chest. For Divinity Slates is where the magic happens. When I do these build guides, I like to do them the default way, so it would be easy to follow and kinda intuitive. But this time, it's not gonna be intuitive. Let's start with the Fallen Starlight. On this one, I have Lightning Infiltration on critical strikes, that's why I'm not running Control spell, and I have Inflict 1 additional stacks of Numbed. This goes well with that Prism that inflicts Frostbite rating and inflicts Numbed. So there is a really good synergy between those two. These modifiers doesn't have to be on the Starlight. It can be on the crafted one or it can be on the Corner Divinity. Same goes for the Pedigree. I have Extreme Coldness, which would make sense, be a cold build, but I also have Queer Angle. And the explanation for this is really simple. If you look at the damage of the Lightning Storm, it goes from 90 to 1.7k. Queer Angle makes it so we always deal lucky damage. So we always do the better roll. And the Lightning Storm can roll the damage really, really low or really, really high. So this Pedigree cost very little, like 300, but the damage increase is really, really good. As I said, I didn't roll any random talents on my Divinity slates. This is what I'm running, +1 max Focus Blessing, +1 spell skill level on the Corner Divinity called Infiltration, plus Lightning skill level, Frail, plus additional damage taken by enemies frozen by you recently. Another crafted one is Max Focus Blessing plus Lightning skill level. In the middle we have Priory. For equipment we have Solid River. Be sure to buy the corroded one and buy any corrosion that is the cheapest one. It doesn't really matter, it's gonna work either way. I'm also running Israfel's Laws. Buy the one with the good corrosion, even the good corrosion is not that much more expensive. Everything else is crafted in here. Be sure to get a necklace with the Electrocute base to have a curse on this build. The belt is blended with Max Spellburst stack, works really nice. The rings are Spell Aggression base. The other one is Movement Speed base. This one can also be +1 Max Focus Blessings, but that one is a little bit more expensive. The weapons, I rolled the sequence for additional spell damage, and the base affix is just Elemental and Erosion Resistance Penetration. Both of the weapons are exactly the same. On one I have Spell Damage Multiplier, on another one I have Lightning Damage to spells. Both are kinda same value. On the boots, I have cooldown recovery speed base. As I mentioned before, we scale very good with cooldown recovery speed, and be sure to have an ultimate for the cooldown recovery speed on the boots. On the chest, I'm going Seal Mana Compensation, Aura Effect, and Intelligence Scaling. If you're looking to make the build cheaper, go Lightning Hunter's build and switch one ring for the Heart of Magic. You're gonna lose a little bit of damage, but you're not losing any defenses. Even if the resistances went low, the Light Hunter's build is very good defensive-wise. Battle Pacts. This is what I'm running. Dreamweaver level 1, level 6 purple, and level 6 blue. On the pack page, I have Micro Fate Intelligence and Medium Fate Intelligence. To show you the scaling of the build, I rerolled my weapons to T0s. And I went from 900 to 1.5 trillion. So that's 60% more damage just from the weapons. So the damage is good. There is a way to scale the damage, and the build feels much better than I thought it will. This would be it for this one. A few last words. So first of all, I crafted all of the equipment from zero. I highly suggest not to do that. Just buy the crafted pieces that has at least a few good modifiers and then craft on top. This way you're gonna save so much more than what I did. So for me, this build ended up being at around 12k when I had to craft all the pieces myself. But that was a bad decision. Rolling T0s for 1.5 trillion was another 3 or 4k Elementum, but I was not really lucky with those. With this one I'm done. If you're looking for more information, check the description for the written build guide. But for now, GG's, bye-byes, and see you in the next one.